Right behind me is Sunset Boulevard. Water has been spilling out since 4:30 p.m. Officials estimate that as much as 15 million gallons have been lost so far. With extreme drought conditions persisting in California, more high school and college football teams are opting for turf fields. Experts say watering a grass field just once uses about 4,000 gallons of water. Ruby Rubio's mother told her that if she lost her new iPhone, it would be her last. A week later, Ruby was robbed while walking home with her little sister on Warner Avenue, and she paid for the phone with her life. After students were given a brief introduction on how to drive a manual transmission, their driving skills were put to the test behind the wheel of someone else's car. The phenomenon known as hidden cash has made its way to Huntington Beach. Hundreds of hopefuls took to the sand Saturday in search of buried $50 and even $100 bills. Valencia High School teacher Rebecca Diebold was arrested Wednesday on suspicion of sexual contact with a minor. Officials say the relationship began when the victim was 15 years old and continued until she was in college. 2.5 years after the death of Kelly Thomas, the trial for 2 Fullerton police officers began last week. Reporter Taylor Durden has the story.
And Krysta, those pictures are absolutely incredible because it took about 15 to 20 people just to lift one of those crazy things up.
I know, they're huge, and they don't know why they're washing up on the shore, right? No. But it seems that every cloud has a silver lining. In 2006, a group of Australian researchers noticed that something unexpected seemed to be treating the symptoms of those living with CF. So Jocelyn, I saw this skit that Jimmy Kimmel did, and it's so hilarious. He's like making fun of reporters in LA, how we're being such babies about the cold. Have you seen it?
Yes, I have.
Isn't
people
it
freak out about the littlest rain.
Ironically, even though you spend less time doing cardio with HIIT, you actually end up burning more fat. 12-year-old Michael Montalone loves surfing, a thrill he can enjoy despite living with a fatal disease.
I still fear that like either I'm gonna die or my brothers and sisters might.
Michael is one of Rob and Paulette Montalone's 5 children. In 2008, 3 of the kids were diagnosed with cystic fibrosis, a genetic disease that primarily affects the lungs.
Our greatest fear is losing a child, and that is, I think, any parent's greatest fear is to lose a child. Children are not supposed to die before their parents.
In addition to their monthly doctor appointments, Michael, Brooke, and Gavin spend hours every day doing treatments for their lungs. But they still make time to surf every chance they get, something Dr. Bruce Nickerson, who treated the kids, supports.
Cystic fibrosis physicians in Australia noted that they had patients who like to surf and that those patients seemed to be doing very well. And they saw a big difference in a lot of things, in pulmonary function, in need for hospitalization, in how well they felt.
They noticed the salt water in the ocean helped break up their thick mucus, something that led to the development of organizations across the country who have made it their goal to get patients out in the water. One of them is the Malleola Foundation, which means breath of life in Hawaiian.
They're coughing, they're spitting up their mucus. I mean, I'm out there going, hey, cough it up, man, come on, no shame. That's what it's about. Like, that's what those kids need.
Supporters of surf therapy say it helps patients physically and emotionally through the exhausting battle they have to fight.
And as much as this is helpful for them and the ocean is great for them, it's a pause from the realities of CF.
While researchers work toward a cure, the Montalone family tries to make the most of each day. Krysta Fauria, Associated Press, San Clemente, California. Right behind me is Sunset Boulevard. Water has been spilling out since 4:30 p.m. Officials estimate that as much as 15 million gallons have been lost so far. A broken 93-year-old water main on Sunset Boulevard flooded UCLA's campus Wednesday. More than 100 cars belonging to students and visitors were stuck inside one of the school's underground parking garages overnight. Officials warned those with cars trapped not to go into the garage after firefighters rescued 5 people.
We do have some other areas that have been impacted, but nothing as severely as parking lots 4 and 7, where we have anywhere between 12 to 18 inches of water. What happens is people try to get in there, they think they're going to be able to get in their cars and they're going to drive out of this situation, and then they get swept off their feet. Once they're swept off their feet, they get trapped underneath vehicles, and this water keeps rushing on them. We have the potential of drowning in those conditions.
Officials say the main carried 75,000 gallons of water per minute and wasn't shut off for more than 3 hours. Although officials said the break was a serious issue, many students saw the flood as a way to have fun and cool off from the hot summer day.
I walked into it and it was about up to my thigh level. And I thought, you know what? This is a good day for a sort of little dip in the water.
Other parts of the campus were also damaged, including the school's historic basketball arena. Krysta Fauria, Associated Press, Los Angeles.